Warm greetings to you, fellow countrymen and women. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades, next year in 2021, February, Uganda will be going to the polls to elect new leaders at all levels, from the local council up to the head of state. It's a period that this country's citizens go into a performance audit of their leaders and hold them to account. My name is Byamugisha. I was born on 28th May 1982 to Mr. and Mrs. Canon James Byarugaba of Rujumbura, Rukunjeri in southwestern Uganda. I hold a diploma in law from Law Development Center and also hold a bachelor's degree in law, a bachelor's of laws degree from Uganda Christian University. I am running as a candidate for president of Uganda to bring forth the much needed young energy to transform this part of Africa. I got into active politics at the age of 20 years when I joined Reform Agenda Pressure Group, which was then headed by Colonel Dr. Kiza Besigye, that later joined with other groups to become Forum for Democratic Change. In the general elections of 2011, I was a candidate for Youth Member of Parliament on the FDC ticket. And in 2017, I contested for party president of the FDC party, which is Uganda's leading opposition political party. Throughout these years, I have particularly been popularizing the agenda for an inclusive youth-led change. Therefore, 18 years ago, together with colleagues, we embarked on a journey with a mission to bring about true democracy, restore dignity of Ugandan citizens, accelerate inclusive economic development, and dismantle regime machinery that perpetuates corruption and impunity. In this journey, I have traveled throughout the country several times, visiting communities, individuals, and groups, and clearly, Uganda is a country of unrivaled potential and immense opportunity. It's important to note that Uganda's history since independence has been punctuated by numerous success stories, but also colossal failures in governance and political and public policy. Increasing human rights abuses, corruption, and systemic democratic reversals continuously undermine the trust of the citizens in government. The good news, however, is that through the collective efforts of many citizens, we as the forces of change have been able to sustain attention on the policy and governance failures that are standing in the way to prosperity and sustainable economic development, peace, and security. I have therefore been part of an effort to mobilize all Ugandans without regard to political, ethnic, gender, or other diversities to collectively take responsibility to restore the lost trust and create a government that respects its citizens and works for every Ugandan. I espouse ideals of truth, fairness, honesty, transparency, and accountability in government. I strongly believe that with these values in government, we shall strengthen our democracy as a foundation for implementing comprehensive socio-economic reforms that can meaningfully nurture and build our democracy, promote inclusive economic growth and development, create decent, well-paying jobs, and dismantle the shackles of poverty. As a candidate for president, I'll be expected to gather nomination signatures from hundreds of registered voters across the districts of Uganda and finance campaign logistics such as candidate registration, t-shirts and banners, flyers, renting offices, media advertisements, and above all, transport and accommodation for the candidate and the team. It's upon this background, comrades, that I appeal to all friends of Uganda and friends of good governance to join me and we raise support for this effort, God willing, within the next 2 months. And this is intended to enable the teams on the ground to do adequate preparation and necessary groundwork before the start of the actual nomination process. Throughout this entire process, me as a candidate and my team, we commit to remain truthful and unyielding, adhering to the values of integrity, transparency, and accountability as the true foundation for for responsible leadership. We pledge to contact every donor in appreciation and where possible extend our campaign t-shirt or cape as a sign of appreciation. Thank you. I'll be grateful for your support.